So the previous videos went over how to add things to your stream. There's a couple of things to show you some other settings. So remember before on this assignment we put a due date? Well, if you go back to these three lines here, and this is also how you get out of this classroom to go back to your dashboard. So if you click here, you'll see all your classes here, and you can actually click on classes here. But I'm going to go back in for a minute and go to calendar. When you put due dates on an assignment, it creates a calendar, and it does this for every Google Classroom. So if a student has 5 different Google Classrooms, they can look on one calendar and get a nice view about what is due. So they can do that right here. I'm going to go to classes so that I can see my dashboard. This is where all my classes are. You may want to delete a class. So like this class I use just for practice, I could delete. But what if you have classes at the end of the school year and you don't necessarily want to delete them, but you don't want to have them on your dashboard here? You can archive them, because when something is archived, you can still get the assignments from those classes and use them again. So if you click on archive, it says, do you want to archive? Yes, I do. And you'll see that it's removed from your dashboard. And if we go back to these 3 lines here and we scroll below all of our classes, an archived classes folder is set. So if you click on that, now you'll see the classes that are in this folder, and they kind of have this like check grayish area to show that they're inactive at the moment. If you click on these 3 dots, you can delete it permanently from here, or you can restore it. So I'm going to restore it back to my dashboard. And if I go back up here to I can go right to the practice class here. Or I could have gone here, where I would see all my classes if you wanted to go into a different class. So I'm going to go back into my classroom. Okay, another option for teachers, which is nice, is this students can post and comment. So when you create a classroom, that's the default that is set. But if you click on this drop-down arrow, you can see some other options. So if students are younger and they don't quite know how to use this, because a lot of times the students like to click on this class comment and say hello to each other and things. So for my younger students, I actually turn that off, and I have that only teachers can post or comment. It depends the level of your students and what you're going to have them do. As they're older and you explain the rules to them, if you want them to comment back and forth about something, then you'd have to put that on here. Okay, but you can turn it off if students are not able or not old enough to use that feature. So that's your options are here for that. If you want to show deleted items, so before I was saying how if you change your mind with a certain class and you want to delete the assignment, do you want to show it so that they can see it? It depends. I would think not, because if you deleted it, you don't want them to do it, so you don't need to show it. So that's dependent on what you want to do with your different assignments. So again, you can get your assignments that students turn in here. Okay, I want to show you another tab, since I can't show you the student view because I cannot join my own class. Another way of doing an assignment, if you don't want to add, like we added that Google Doc, if you don't want to add something on there and you want to have the students create their own assignment, you can do it this way. So you can create an assignment and not attach anything. And then when the students click on the assignment, they see this window right here. If they open up this add, this is how they can add something from their drive. If they're starting from scratch and they want to create something, they can create here, and it brings up the options for Google Drawings. Sometimes I've had students do things on outside programs like Adobe Spark or some other program. They're making a video or a slideshow, and they need to share the link with me. So if you click on add, the options are from your drive or a link, and then they can paste the link in, and then they click turn in, and then you will get the link to their assignment. And that's pretty much how you use Google Classroom.